Thank you so much for joining me for this rooftop strength-based class today. It's going to be centered a little bit more around the upper body, and we're going to go ahead and get started in tabletop. So starting with the hands under the shoulders and the knees just under the hips, we're going to start by warming up the wrists. So if we turn the fingertips back towards the knees, we're going to slowly see about sinking back. And you're going to feel a big stretch all across the insides of the wrists, taking a deep inhale. As you exhale, just allowing everything to kind of soften into place. So not holding too much tension in the fingers here. And then when you're ready, lifting the hands, turning them back the normal way around. You're going to take some little circles of the wrist. So just slowly moving the weight around the palm. And just allowing everything to relax back into a place that feels a little bit more familiar. From here, we're going to turn the fingertips back towards us one more time, but placing the backs of the hands on the mat here. And I always move my knees a little closer just to give a little bit more support from the legs, because this is going to feel really intense across the backs of the wrists. So just allowing yourself to lean down only as hard as feels like a comfortable challenge, like a little bit of a stretch out to the wrist, but not painful. And then the last little move we're going to take is to interlace the fingers and just roll out the wrists. And just allow yourself to find any last little pops and clicks. Taking a little wriggle of the fingers, rolling the wrists, turning them one by one. And then from here, if you take the hands back down to the mat, it should all feel a little bit warmer, a little bit more mobile. We're going to tuck the toes behind, and as you exhale, we're going to send the hips all the way back and up into downward facing dog. So taking a little pedal out of the legs, drawing a deep breath in through the nose, filling the belly, and as you exhale, we're going to bend the knees, looking forwards to the space in between the hands, and then planting the hands really firmly here, lifting the hips. We're going to take a little hop to the top of the mat, tucking the chin, and then breathing in, sweeping the arms up high. Exhaling, swan diving forwards, taking the hands to the shins, lifting the chest halfway. Exhaling, bending the knees, landing the hands and stepping the feet back to plank. Drawing a deep breath in at the top. As you exhale, we're going to lower halfway, all the way down to chaturanga arms. And then inhaling, lifting all the way back up. We're going to take 2 more rounds. So as you inhale, we're going to root down. As you exhale, we're going to lower. We're going to hold. Before exhaling, lifting all the way back up to the top. Final round, breathing in here. As you exhale, lowering. Inhaling all the way back up to the top. And if you land the knees, we're going to draw a deep breath in through the nose, lifting the left hand all the way up. Exhaling, threading the left arm under the right. And just sinking the left side of the face and the left shoulder all the way down to the floor. So drawing a deep breath in through the nose. And as you exhale, allowing that left shoulder to slowly start to relax. If you take the right hand all the way up to the top right corner of the mat, then from here we're going to step the left foot back. And sometimes keeping the toes on the floor is the thing that makes it all feel a little bit more stable. Or maybe squeezing the glutes, lifting the left foot all the way up, breathing in deeply, finding that place of stillness before lowering the toes down, taking the knees back alongside one another. And if you press down through that right hand, we're going to draw the left hand all the way back up to tabletop, taking it over to the other side, so sweeping the right arm high. As you exhale, threading the right arm under the left, and just allowing the right side of the face and the right shoulder to sink all the way down to the floor. Breathing deeply into the belly, and then maybe seeing about taking the left hand all the way up to the top left corner of the mat. And if you can find the balance, we're going to see about stepping the right foot back this time. And we get to keep the toes landed, or maybe squeezing the right glutes, lifting the right foot, maybe pointing the toes. But if you take a deep breath here, and as you exhale, we're going to land the toes, drawing the knees back alongside one another. And then if you press down through that left hand, we're going to unthread the right. Maybe taking a little roll out of the shoulder before planting the hands down on the mat, tucking the toes behind. And then with a big exhale, we're going to send the hips all the way back and up into our downward facing dog. If you find all those little pedals, wriggles and shuffles, that brings everything back to a place of neutrality, or somewhat neutrality. Then from here, as you inhale, we're going to lift all the way up onto the tiptoes, drawing the belly button up towards the spine, rolling the shoulders forwards over the wrists. We take a little shuffle back, and we should end up in plank, bending the knees. With a big exhale, we're going to send the hips back and up into our downward facing dog. Breathing in, rolling everything forwards to plank, exhaling it all back up. Downward facing dog. Final round, drawing everything forwards to plank, exhaling the hips all the way back and up. Downward facing dog. And from here, we're going to make our way down in a smooth gliding motion to our upward facing dog. So rooting the hands down, maybe taking them around about as wide as the mat. We're going to draw a deep breath in through the nose and release a full exhale. And with the next inhale, we're going to bend the knees, lowering the chest down. And when we reach the mat, drawing the chest all the way forwards and up. Exhaling, sending the hips all the way back. Downward facing dog. Breathing in, lowering, and then lifting through the arms. Exhaling, sending the hips all the way back and up. Final round. Breathing in to lower. And then exhaling, sending the hips all the way back and up. And from here, we're going to slowly see about lowering the elbows, but they don't quite land. And then inhaling to lift. Exhaling, lowering. Inhaling, extending the arms long. As we exhale, we're coming down. And as we inhale, we're lifting up. 2 more rounds, lowering. And then lifting. Final round as you exhale, lowering down. Breathing in, extending the arms long. Taking a little pedal of the legs. And from here, the final challenge is going to be to sink the elbows all the way down. And if you bend the knees and tiptoe the toes all the way in, rooting down through the forearms, we're going to take a really deep inhale in dolphin before exhaling to lower the knees, sinking the forehead all the way down towards the mat. And just allowing the shoulders to slowly start to relax. Taking a deep breath in through the nose and releasing a full exhale. And from here, we're going to lift the head. And if we take the feet all the way out in front, we're going to find our way all the way to the very top of the mat. Taking the back down. As you inhale, we're going to see about lifting the feet. And if you squeeze the glutes and press the hips all the way up into our shoulder stand, then taking the hands to the lower back usually makes it all feel a little bit more supported. Breathing in deeply, squeezing the glutes to keep the feet high. You get to stay here. And if you make your way up, you want to keep your neck really steady and still. Maybe lowering the feet slowly down behind the head, making your way into plow. And sometimes resting the hands down or interlacing the hands behind the back makes it all feel a little bit more lifted. But making sure you can still take a deep breath in through the nose, filling the belly. And then from here, we're going to make our way back up to shoulder stand, releasing the hips all the way down to the floor, landing the feet, and then allowing the head and the shoulders, the back and the hips to come all the way down to a place that feels relaxing. Drawing a deep breath in through the nose and staying here for just a few moments to rest.